The next thing which is good to know about software is that if you're just starting out with computers, take heart that once you kind of learn how computers operate, how software operates, you will be able to transfer those skills to other pieces of software. What am I talking about? So for instance, I am using Google Chrome. And if I wanted to use Internet Explorer, it's going to be a whole heck of a lot like Google Chrome. I'm going to have my address bar up here. Let's just start Internet Explorer and look. So here's Internet Explorer. Here is Google Chrome. Both of them have an address bar where I put in websites, right? And other than that, it's just a web browser. It's got the back and the forward button, the back and the forward button. It's got a refresh button. Well, here's the refresh button with Internet Explorer. So, there's a lot of similarities between these two pieces of software. Here we've got a little home button. Don't really have a home button up here that I am aware of. We got a star in each of them. And then we also have this little setting icon. And over here we got these choices right there. So a lot of similarities between these two pieces of software. A lot of commonalities between them. And once you learn how to use one piece of software, you could use a variety of pieces of software. The skills will transfer. So for instance, we're going to be looking at using Microsoft Word, and then we're going to look at using spreadsheets or Microsoft Excel. And once I learn how to use Microsoft Word, a lot of those skills will transfer to using Microsoft Excel. I mean, just look how similar the first screens are. Word, Excel, Word, Excel. And when I'm in Word, it says, do you want to start a blank document? And when I'm in Excel, it says, do you want to start a blank workbook? And so I could take a tour in Word, and I could take a tour in Excel. So if I go to a blank document in Word, that's what it looks like. And if I go to a blank workbook in Excel, it looks like. And you might be like, hey, man, that's really different. There's Word, there's Excel, there's Word, there's Excel, and it's really different. But a lot of stuff is the same. I mean, check this out right here. It doesn't change at all as we go from Word to Excel. And check this out right here. It changes a little bit, but not too much, right, as we go from Word to Excel. And this little area right here, pretty similar, Word to Excel. So once you kind of learn how one program works, a lot of those skills will transfer to other programs. So I just think that's something that's kind of good to know about, that there are these commonalities between pieces of software. And every time you learn something new about one piece of software, you're actually advancing your skills with any piece of software. And those skills will transfer from software to software. So it's not like you're starting at blank or at zero or from scratch when you pick up a new piece of software. You already have quite a large skill set if you've used any software before that you bring with you to whatever new software you're trying to learn. So I think that's a good thing just to think about and to know that there's a lot of commonalities between pieces of software. This is by design, right? This is by design because they want people who create software want users to be able to use their software. So they have to make it as easy to use as possible. And the best way to do that is to try to make it like stuff people have already used before. So we have a lot of commonalities between software. It makes it easy for us to learn software. And that's a good thing to know because we're going to take a look at word processing and then spreadsheets and then databases. And for some people, spreadsheets and particularly databases is an area where, whoa, I don't know much about that, if anything. And how can I learn it? Well, you already know some stuff, and that's going to take you a long ways because we're going to be able to transfer those skills from pieces of software we already know how to use to other pieces of software. Okay, that's what I have to say about that.